now. Well, I guess 3. But 2 of them are kind of a two-fer. I want to find... Because we know where Kitus is. Kitus is on the flight deck. But I want to find out now, I'm just curious, where do Rinoa and Selphie hang out when they're not in your party? I'm just curious. It's not desperately important stuff. I want to talk to the girl on the pigtails to make sure we advance that little side quest. And we can only do that with Zell in the party right now. And then I want to go play the guy in the card game that we... and I don't really need to worry about switching junctions because we're not going to be in a combat situation. So this video will go a little long because we're gonna go do that, and then we'll just find. So where's the girl in the pigtails? Back and forth, the library. I don't even read or check out books. No, it's not like I'm interested in someone from the library committee. Apparently everybody's horny for the girl in pigtails. Who isn't even here, so what the fuck, game? Oh, here we go.
Zell, wait up, Zell.
Oh, the library committee members are here to sell us on the...
We're on the Let's Find Out More About Zell committee. Indeed we are.
What?
Just answer a few questions, okay? Don't think too hard about them.
Don't worry about that. Not with Zell.
Okay, first question. What is your favorite color?
Huh? Well, let's see. It's pink. The red on my jacket, the blue on my pants. I'm embarrassed, but pink.
Oh, pink? Well, okay. Well, I guess we'll let her know that, and she'll stop pursuing you. Okay, next. What's your favorite food?
I'm pretty picky with food, so... Well, hot dogs. We know it's hot dogs.
I knew it! Okay, last one. What type of girls do you like?
I got a thing for Asians. I mean, I can't tell what race anyone is. Although, I mean, it appears that they actually gave us a black character. That's nice. Now, between her and Kyros, we've got 2 black characters in this world. I'm not sure if Fujin, or... No, Fujin is the girl with the eye patch. Raijin, I think, is the guy. He may be supposed to be black. It's kind of hard to tell in this game. And it's a fantasy game, so in theory they could all belong to ethnic groups that don't exist in the real world, that just kind of quasi-look like the ones we're familiar with. Huh? Well, I'm into guys like that. I mean, hey, library committee members, what are you doing slacking off? Come here now. I'm the last remaining faculty member. I've removed my weird traditional Shinto costume to, I don't even know if that's a Shinto costume. I'm not really sure what Asian tradition those faculty member guys were dressed up for.
Pooey, just when things are getting... Pooey!
Not even Fooey.
Pooey, just when things were getting interesting. What a bummer. Really bad timing. Thanks, Zell. Talk to you later.
Okay. So I think that was everything we needed to do. But just in case... Oh, and look, they've all disappeared. Hey, did you see where those people went? No, this is the same dialogue as before. They just vanish. Alright, so now we just kind of do a tour and... Got to pop in and out of these rooms twice because there's not a 100% chance of the character. It's annoying, but I guess it's not a big deal. So visit every room at least twice to make sure that there isn't a random chance that your character just didn't show up this time. It's like Selphie might be here, getting ready for next year's garden committee, maybe. That would theoretically make sense. Although, I mean, we had the garden festival. It just, we did it at Fisherman's Horizon, and it turned into, like, Squall's personal pep rally. Oh, and look, my rank went down. So there you go. That's why the seed tests are so important. I decided to have fun, and the 3 times speed probably isn't helping matters. But I decided to have fun and try to explore some of the side content in the game, and it decided immediately I needed to be punished. I guess I need to talk to these guys. First the garden moves, then it crashes. I don't care anymore. Seriously, I feel like I'm losing my mind. What do we do besides complain here? And you're right, what else do we do? Just goes to show how worthless we are. Yeah, you guys are really kind of we suck. We're losers. Wow, maybe I'm glad I'm not finishing your quest. We are sad. Well, maybe Selphie and Rinoa don't... Maybe it's only Irvine and Zell who show up places. And that's the thing about this that it's kind of frustrating. It's possible. It's like you saw... Well, Zell's in our party now, so he wouldn't show up. But, maybe the game's just messing with us and you can't actually find Selphie and Rinoa the same way that you can find... And it's possible they're hanging around in this room before the elevator that goes up one more level. And they don't give them anything to say there, because if they did, you could just talk to them there and not have to... You wouldn't know where they're hanging out on the ship if they're not there, but... So I could waste a lot of time with this, actually. Go down several seed ranks trying to figure out where they hang out. Oh, you know what? Oh, it's a no-brainer. One of them will be hanging out here in the observation deck. Feels like some place where you'd meet Rinoa and have like a romantic conversation. Well, no, but you got this guy. You can have a romantic conversation with him. He's like a card player dude. I don't really care, though. He's... Okay. Okay, well, we found Selphie. So Rinoa's gotta be somewhere.
The Garden Square BBS is so much fun. It gives you a lot of info about Garden. It's pretty cool. Seed uniforms look so cool. They make you look kind of intelligent.
Well, for some of us, they do, Selphie. She had 3 whole things to say. We might not have fully explored Irvine's dialogue here. But considering 2 different characters have showed up here, I figured I would at least see if Rinoa might... No. So Rinoa either doesn't appear, or... she appears someplace and we just haven't walked in and out enough times. Gazelle's just fucking hanging around in a hall in like generic zone, just like punching the air in the like outer rim hallway. You never know. Rinoa might be here arguing with this guy and asking to be let out so she can escape the garden forever. I feel like we checked this room multiple times. No, I checked this place enough. Maybe she's just hanging out in Squall's room like a creeper. I mean, it might make sense she's in the dormitory somewhere, but since the only place in the dormitory you can ever visit is Squall's room, That would mean she was creeping in the Squall's room. If we can find her, which maybe we can't. I suppose she could be in the... Oh, there's a hallway to the combat center. No, never mind. That's only appears in... Yeah, there's definitely little rooms that are only here for certain sequences. For example, we can't go back into this area anymore. There was a plot scene there where the kids hang out after school and get up to no good. But I'm pretty sure Rinoa's not here, because I would have noticed her while leveling up someone other than Rinoa. Oh, well, there she was. What the fuck? I've been in and out of this room like 8 times.
The library's taking requests for books right now. Maybe I should put in some requests too. So, Zell, when do you put in your requests to the library?
Wow. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm not doing it, but now the game is trying to make me go around with every combination of characters. What happens if I come here and I have Selfie in the party? What happens if I find Irvine in the upstairs classroom and I have Rinoa in the party? Well, actually, I think I did have Rinoa in the party last time, but you know what I mean. Now it's like every combination possible.
What's the Pupurun series? What kind of book is it?
I've been wondering that myself, actually. So she won't ask about anything except the Pupurun series, which has to be some kind of romantic novel, because Zell's all embarrassed that he cares about it. Okay, whatever. This video is going long, and it's really just a silly little wrap-up video so I can switch my LP brain to some other game. So let's go to the 3rd floor. The last thing we'll do before we call it a video is we'll come back and talk to Rinoa without Zell in the party. Maybe she has special dialogue where it's like... Whatever. But what we need to do right now is go win this stupid card. And of all the videos to go long, it's the one that I started because I didn't want to have to go through save load nonsense to get Kitus to reappear. Kitus popped up as I was trying to wrap up my gameplay session, so I decided to just... Oh, so here's the daughter. This is why I thought...
I'm going to draw a picture of that fish next time. Daddy said he's going to buy me a lot of blue crayons.
Ah, what the fuck, man? Big rascal whatever guy just shoved her the fuck over. That's mean! Are you alright, baby? Did you hurt yourself? She didn't hurt herself. That asshole came and hurt her. Which now makes me wonder if there's some side quest where I'm supposed to go, like, with Zell in the party, teach him to be a decent human being. I think there actually is a big rascal side quest of some kind in this game, but if I keep going with this nonsense, I'm gonna have to split this video, which is ridiculous. I already have a video I need to split where it's like I gotta try to figure out if I gotta try to remember to do it the right way. Do you kids play cards? Okay, now I gotta win this fucking card. Okay, good. He played it the first time. Otherwise, I'm thinking like, oh shit, now I've set myself up to have to play this guy 10 times before I can call it a video. And I'm in a hurry because I want to end the video, but now I'm like, last time I was in a hurry here, it wasn't good. So I just need to be a little more careful than I was last time, and I'll be fine. Actually, this is pretty... Because he's got cards with 7s. I mean, this is not being easy here. If I played her down here and they flipped it from above, the only one that could do that is Bomb. And then I would be able to play Zell, and I would only be able to flip one back. No, that would be like a tit for tat. That wouldn't really be that useful. I don't know the best way to handle this. If I use Zell to flip that red dragon, they could flip Zell. And then I would flip the bomb, but they could flip me back. Yeah, that would be... I don't have an obvious answer here. Let's see. I gotta think this through. I can't flip that Turtipod. I can flip the red dragon, but any card I use to flip the red dragon, they can flip, and I can't flip it back, so it would be a trade. So if I put Zell, if I use Zell to flip the red dragon, they could flip Zell with a bomb card. I could flip the bomb card with Kitus, but then they could flip Kitus with Blitz. If I flipped the red dragon with Kitus, they might use Blitz to flip her instead of Bomb, which would be slightly advantageous to me. But they used Bomb because that's the smart move. So now no matter what I play, we tie. So let's just accept the tie. Well, I definitely want to beat this guy on screen now because he's become my ultimate card-playing nemesis. And I might end up having to split this after the fact after all. This is silly, but... yeah, it's not the worst thing that could happen. At least he's still playing that card. What's going to be annoying is if he stops playing that card and I have to play him over and over and over to get that card to come out. So just playing defensively. Actually, what am I doing? This time they don't have anything that can flip Kitus. So I think I just won, actually. Yeah, he actually has a weaker hand this time. I didn't really notice. Okay, so that was actually a much simpler game. Alright. Let me check the timer and see if this thing has gone over 45 minutes, which I believe it now has. Yeah, I have to split this after the fact. This is ridiculous, but... well. Okay, I'll split it after the fact. Do you play cards, little Goyle?
I hate him. He's always playing mean tricks on me.
I believe there's now a plot to be advanced here with these kids. But we don't have to worry about it right now. Let's go see what Rinoa has to say when you don't have Zell in the party. Can I please just go down? Thank you. We've seen Rinoa in the library before. That's where she was hanging out when the announcement was made that Squall was now, like, dictator for life. So, maybe it's implied that she has a bookish personality that never really came across before. Hey, it's you again. Aren't three of you on the library committee?
Well, since the three of us are so close, we're pretty flexible with our schedules.
Is the girl with the pigtail off today? Oh, he's like Zell's rival now.
Yes, she is. Can I help you?
Nah, that's okay, thanks. Alright, so he's like a douchebag.
What do you think? Do you think that maybe he likes her?
Yes, I do.
Maybe, but who cares? We know she likes someone else, so we have to back her up.
Yeah, this is pretty much high school. Oh, there's a weird book somewhere in the library. I wonder what kind of book it is. The Perun series.
The library's taking requests for books right now. Maybe I should put in some requests too. What kind of books do I want?
Alright, well, it does seem like, he's a kung fu hippie from Gangster City. It is starting to seem like it's just, she has special dialogue for Zell. Now, in theory, I could kick Kitus and Irvine. Well, what the hell? Why not? I'm just playing for time now to get 2 videos worth of nonsense out of this, because I'm not going to start a new plot line or quest. Let's get... She obviously doesn't have something to say... No, she does have something to say to Zell. Shit. Alright. She doesn't seem to have anything to say to Irvine. Let's test Kitus, and then we'll test Selfie. But I believe it's just like, oh, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny little piece of Easter egg dialogue about Zell. And that's probably the extent of this. What am I worried about? We already had Selfie and... Yeah, so we tested Kitus. Okay, that's it. That's the only possibility left. Alright, I was doing it backwards. I was trying to eliminate all party members from being there when we talked to her. I wanted to make sure I included all party members, and at this point I have. Because at some point, we had... Yeah. Alright. And now I'm going to put them in this order, because for some reason I got used to Rinoa being in the 3rd slot, because I was leveling her up. Alright. We will save the game. I'm going to have to split this after the fact. I feel like a real silly goose. As I recall, even without 3 times speed going, it's really hard to keep your seed rank at 30. It's like you are always slowly bleeding seed points if you're not earning new ones, it feels like. I don't understand the mechanics precisely. All it affects is your money, which there's... You know, you could use the item... You can use the call shop trick to make money, so it doesn't matter at all. It's more of like a personal... My personal self-esteem is based entirely on my seed rank in Final Fantasy VIII. That's the thing. My sense of whether I'm accomplished as a human being is greatly impacted. So I guess in order to get up to a full hour for me, which I can split into 2 full 30 minutes for you guys, this... damn it. The controls, I keep... The next place I'll probably want to go is... the story wants us to go to Trabia. We could do some card quest stuff with Dalit. Now we've done the Card Capture Sakura Super Card Elite Pro Team quest, which has no immediate rewards, but helps you in Disc 4 at the end of the game to collect all the cards. The other thing you need to do to collect all the cards is the Card Queen quest, for which we'd need to go to Dalit. But that's another one. That'll be easier to do later, because, as I've already hinted at several times, there is a second airship, which can go to places this one can't go. And once we have it, skipping back and forth between locations to do the silly card quest will become easier. I think we could get a little more than halfway through now before we hit a roadblock. So I'm thinking we'll just do the whole thing in one go once we can go everywhere we need to go to do the full quest. Don't think there's anything to do with Delling City. We can go back to visiting Windhill, because Windhill is there. That was the city where, the town really, where the village, the Dorf. That was where, on fishing, on golf. This is the place where Laguna had his, we had a Laguna flashback, because we're pretty sure now that this is all stuff from the past. We flashed back to Laguna in, with Little Baby Alone and Rain. So we could go see what's going on in Windhill now. It's totally optional. We could go back to Timber, and I think cash in on some seeds that were planted in Act 1 of the game. But probably of the various optional locations that Squall and his party have never been before, the most interesting to me would be Shumi Village. Because I do remember having, when I first learned that Norg was a member of the Shumi tribe, and I didn't really feel like we got much explanation for what the fuck he was. So going here was something I was interested in once I got access to an airship. I feel like we should go there now. If I can figure out how to get out of this screen. And also, I have to remember that we can fly over land. Not over mountains, though. So, in fact, this is not exactly Mako from Mass Effect territory here. So, to finish up the video, I'm just going to go to where I want to start the next video, which is Shumi Village. Because it's probably silly of me even to record a video today, and it turned into 2. And I've eliminated all possibility of using off-screening for this game as an excuse to just be watching LPs and riff tracks and not working on my own LPs, because there's no off-screening left to do. I won't have any more off-screening to do. I didn't bother to showcase it. All of my GFs are now from the power leveling of the human characters. The GFs are also all at level 100 now. So I won't have anything for which off-screening could potentially be useful until there's nothing where off-screening will be useful to me until we get more GFs that need to have skills unlocked, or until we reach a point in the game, which we're not at yet, where we have access to the shops where I can buy items that can be refined into stat boost items, at which point I might need to do the money-making trick off screen several times and grind for items that we can use to, like, fill in the gaps on characters that didn't get stat maxed. And nobody got fully stat maxed. I mean, nobody is at the point where they're at, like, all of the, like, vitality and magic and spirit can be maxed up to 255 without using an ability slot. So in theory, like you can see, she has 999 health, and she doesn't have HP linked to anything. In theory, you could get your characters to where, without using any of these ability slots for things like raise speed by 40%, so they're all free for things like auto potion or whatever. Not that there's that many useful ones to get. In theory, you could get to where they're all maxed with 9999 health and 255 everything else. At least it's junctionable. You'll never get, like, evade to 2, you know. I don't think you can ever get evade to 255% or luck. Maybe you can. I don't know. But, yeah, in theory, you could get there. But I don't think that's necessary to be able to make a weapon. But all I wanted to say, showcase here, was that, yeah, these guys are all at 99. Diablos was last to level up because I'd done like 2 hours of leveling before I realized that, oh, I never junctioned Diablos to anybody because he didn't have any new abilities to learn, and he didn't have any stat boosts to offer. So, like, Squall had just these two because they didn't have stat boosts to offer. And just so that he could kill stuff until the character who was leveling up was strong enough to kill stuff themselves. And I just forgot Diablos, so he ended up being the last one to get fully leveled. Exciting, huh? Yeah, super exciting. Anyway, I think that's close enough to an hour. When we come back next time, this is Shumi Village. Presumably, this is where Norg came from. What will we find out when we visit the ancestral home of Norg and, you know, determine whether there are other Norg-like beings out there? Well, I guess you'll find out what we'll find out when we find out next time. Bye, guys.